Now moving on, we are going to go towards the approaches of psychology. Now each approach towards the subject of psychology, they have tried to explain how different things are connected and how human brain and human development occurs. Okay, so there are total 6 approaches: biological, behavioral approach, cognitive approach, psychodynamic approach, humanistic approach, and socio-cultural approach. Okay. First is biological approach. Psychologists have made a major contribution to the development of psychology. So psychologists have tried really hard in order to develop the subject of psychology. Weber, Fetcher, and Helmholtz took the base of the study methods and where they are believed to understand human behavior. So these 3 psychologists have made efforts to study human behavior. Biological approach takes help of chromosome, genes, glandular hormones, nerve, impulse, physiology, sensory organs, muscular, etc. to understand human behavior, basis of human behavior. So what do they study? What do biological approach study? Biology in simple means what? Your body. How does your body work? So obviously they try to study psychology from the point of view of your body. So they studied chromosomes. Okay, you might have done these terms in your 10th standard. So I'm not explaining you what chromosomes are. Okay, your genes. Genes are something which you get from your parents. The color of your eye, the color of your hair, all these depends on your genes. Second is glandular hormones. Okay, there are certain chemicals that are released in your body by various glands. Okay, in your body, they release hormones. Fine. So your hormones, your nerve system. Okay, the nerves which carry the message, the nervous system. Physiology. Physiology means your hands, your legs, movements of your eyes. Sensory organs. Okay, sensory organs are what? Eyes, ears, taste, touch. All these are your sensory organs. Muscular, etc. Your muscles and your movements of the muscle, etc. So they studied all these things in order to link it to the human behavior. Okay. In these kind of biological science, different method of study of research which are used, like histology, electrical stimulation, and biohormonal method. So they take various methods in order to study human behavior, in order to conduct a research. First method they do is histology. Histology is a technique where they study the tissues. Okay, it's a technique through which the tissues of your body are studied. Okay, next is electrical stimulation. Okay, they give you a little electrical thing and how you react to it. They study that. So that is electrical stimulation and biohormonal method. Biohormonal method is a method where it studies your various hormones in your body. Okay. In the beginning, this was the most acceptable because of the different parts of the body and biological basis of behavior was understood very clearly. So first starting this method was accepted a lot by the people because it made us understand how human behavior is linked to our biological body. So in order to understand human behavior linked with the biological body, the biological approach is the best to study. Okay. How hereditary genes and brains are associated. So how hereditary? Hereditary means things which you get from your parents, like color of your eye, color of your hair, color of your skin, the way you look is all hereditary. Your genes and how your brains are all linked together. With the behavior it was clarified. So how your hereditary, how your genes, how your brains, how all these things lead to your behavior was clearly explained in biological approach. Advanced movements, speech, etc. could also be explained. So the fact how you speak, okay, how are your movements in your body, how you walk, all these things were explained very well in the biological approach. But this approach failed to explain internal experiences and certain types of behavior. Okay, but this approach could not explain why you feel certain things. What are the things going on in your mind? Okay, why do you show certain type of behavior? Why do you have a particular behavior? So it failed to explain all those things. Through this approach, the complete understanding of body and brain is not possible. Now, through this approach, you cannot totally understand the functioning of your body, the functioning of your brain. Because of the complexity of the human body, it is difficult to understand human behavior and mental mechanism. So what did they say? That our human body is very, very complex, right? We have been saying it from the very start that our human body is very, very complex, and that is why our human behavior is also complex, and certain mental processes, mental mechanism means mental processes are also complex, which biological approach could not explain. In the same manner, human behavior is also based on group activity, socio-cultural environment, and there is no place for bodily processes. This was the limitation for biological approach. Now, not only are things that we get from our parents influences us, right? Our human behavior, our human thinking, our human logic is totally dependent on the group we spend time with, the type of friends we have, the culture we have, the society we have, how do the society helps us in building our personality, how does the society help us in building our nature. All these things also depend on development of human behavior, right? Not just the biological factors of hereditary genes, etc. So all these things like the socio-cultural environment, the group activities, the kind of people we stay with, the kind of environment that we are brought in was something which biological approach did not look into. They only look at the body. Okay, they did not look at the environmental factors, they did not look at the personality development, they did not look at how does society and culture influence us. And because of that, biological approach cannot explain all kinds of behavior. Okay, to an extent it can explain us lot of things, but it also has certain disadvantages or certain limitations.